Yeah, so I'll tell you one of the most interesting, um, I'll just be really direct. One of the hardest problems I've ever had in my career. I got, I'll keep it kind of surface level, but I got thrown into a situation where all of a sudden I had to handle, say, 50% of our customer base, and we had a churn problem. And and frankly, a lot of the churn problem was operational in nature. We just couldn't get the bills to the customers fast enough. And so it was some stuff like that like mind blowing. Really, we're going to lose customers because we can't bill them. That's just silly. But as well, when you started going through and you understood, like peeling back, okay, these are the customers that are churning. I got to spend a lot of time looking at the data itself. Why are they going away? And so I kind of developed this methodology that if you want to get the front end of the funnel right,
Hmm.
you actually start at the back end and
Yeah.
you figure out why they're leaving. Why didn't they stay? What did we miss along the way? And you have to get in and peel your data back and break it into segments. Maybe they left because they went out of business. Maybe they left because they didn't find value in your product. Why didn't they find value in the product? Why did they buy in the first place? And you've kind of got to go through and very systematically list that out. Use the word impact as kind of the inverse of value. So if value is what marketing and sales, talk about upfront, impact is what you deliver on the back end. That's what they're like two sides of the same.
People first. You know what I mean?
That's right. And so if
Yeah.
you bought a product to solve a particular problem, can you find 5 points in their journey with you, post sale in their journey, that are magical, that prove that you created impact, so that when you get down to that renewal discussion, you can bring that up and say, remember when, remember when, remember when, remember when. And you've got a whole little laundry list that you can go back and say, hey, we've had this magical journey together. Of course you're renewing with me.
Yeah. And
So, and marketing can enable that. Marketing can build case studies that support it. Marketing can build video vignettes. They can create communities around these magical moments together. I mean, this is what marketing, when we talked about splitting your time in marketing, and some of it goes to prospect and some of it goes to customer. Gosh, this to me is exactly what marketing should be focused on, that directly impacts revenue. And
yeah,
some of those magical moments can even be used as campaigns to sell, so that you can create expansion opportunities with your customers along the way. If they're happy, they're going to be expanding.
yeah, I love that. It's so funny. We just renewed one of our big softwares, and I didn't have one call between closing the deal last year and the renewal, which was sent to us with about a 15% increase, which
Mhm.
of course we said no to and negotiated back to the same price point
Right.
we had last year. Um, and it's really very interesting. That is such a great lesson for our listeners right now. And it's really to create those magical moments of glue, of stickiness,
That's right.
so that clients don't leave. That's some incredible advice there, and I love it. As you were talking through all that, I also am, just spinning from the standpoint of, back to my earlier budget question. And is there a rule of thumb that you've seen within organizations on the split of marketing budget within each stage of the funnel?
I think it's so unique for each
Uh,
business. Yeah, I hate to sound wishy-washy like that. What I would really do if I wanted an answer to that is, I would go to a lot of the large investment houses, and PE firms have their own centers of excellence where they build their own best practice data by industry.
mhm.
And so you should have a board that has an expectation of what you should see in your market for the right breakdown, to try and compare